Hello, and welcome to this week's Mindset Monday. I was on a roll today and I have been taking notes like crazy on a topic that is getting on my nerves. And I want to address this with you here today on our Mindset Monday episode. So, if you are someone that is tired of hearing all the hype about transformational leadership, but when you try to put it into place, you find that you're struggling with actually implementing it or keeping it going or even understanding what it is that you can practically do to be a transformational leader, then you're going to love today's episodes because I am going to talk to you today about how I believe that transformational leadership, this theory, this hype, is actually hurting us. We're not experiencing better outcomes. We're not experiencing less stressed leaders. We're not experiencing major changes in a transformational energy running throughout most of the organizations, especially the ones that I come into contact with. So, anyway, today's episode is for you if you want to learn how to do differently and do better. So before I get started, for those of you that are new to the community, this is the Leading in Healthcare community, and my name is Yashika Lynn. I'm the founder and CEO of the Lynn Group, and I created this community specifically to give leaders in healthcare high performance resources and personal mastery resources because oftentimes we find ourselves in these leadership roles without the tools and the strategies and the things that we need to know in order to be successful in leadership. And there is a specific way to do leadership in a way that you can perform in dynamic and stressful environments for a sustainable period of time without sacrificing your balance and your well-being and all the things. However, with the mass exodus of leaders leaving healthcare and workers leaving healthcare, this information is not readily available to you. So, my mission and my purpose is to share it with you so you don't have to leave the career that you've worked so hard for. Because, again, there is a way that you can do this and be successful. Let me take a sip of my coffee. And so we're going to go ahead and get started because you know me, I got notes, lots of notes. But I feel like once you get to the end of this episode, you're going to understand that we're missing the mark and we keep doing the same thing over and over again, harping on the same thing over and over again, but nothing is getting better. And that's a sign that we're probably investing a lot of time and energy in the wrong thing. So I want to share with you today a truth that may challenge a belief that has been instilled in you probably since you started school, in society at large, in your leadership journey. And it's about the fact that transformational leadership is this big thing, this big savior, that if you become transformational, then your team is going to experience these magical results. And like transformational leadership is the goal that you need to strive toward. Is a concept that we just continue to say is the answer to all of our prayers. But I'm going to say, I'm going to call BS on it and say that we've been misled because when we look at the results that we're experiencing, they're actually declining. And if you were truly able to implement the theory of transformational leadership the way that it is taught to us, you would think that even though things are stressful and resources are thin and stressed, we would get better as a whole, and we're not. So I have a couple questions that I want you to ponder as you progress through today's Mindset Monday episode. And so the first question is, have you ever felt stuck in a never-ending cycle of striving, trying to meet unrealistic expectations of the day-to-day and find yourself only butting into disappointment, or if it gets too bad, burnout and exhaustion? Second question I want you to ask yourself: have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts to practice this so called miracle of transformational leadership, that you're still faced with challenges in your personal life, in your team, in your organization, within yourself, and they don't seem to get solved, even though transformational leadership is this tool that's supposed to solve everything? The truth is, you are not alone. Like I mentioned, I feel like we've been sold this bill of goods, or this idea that transformational leadership is the thing that we need to impart in our leadership style, we need to impart in our organization, that's going to cure all of the things that we deal with as leaders in healthcare or as workers in healthcare. But as I was reflecting on what to share with you in this episode today, I was started to reflect and take notes on, what if I told you transformational leadership to me is just an illusion? It's time to wake up from this illusion of doing the same thing over and over again, striving for this transformational leadership. And it's truly not the solution that it's been made out to be, or things wouldn't be getting worse and worse and worse and harder and harder and harder. So the challenge lies in this discussion and in moving forward in leadership and truly motivating our teams and creating the changes and the outcomes that we want to realize, is that starting to understand that doing more of the same thing is not the answer. It's insanity. It's time for us to learn how to adopt new beliefs and do things differently and start to embrace the unknown, knowing that the unknown is still grounded, especially what I'm teaching you here, is still grounded in science and proof and theory and all of the things. So it's not like you're just jumping off a limb blind, but the way we're doing things is not working. So why do we keep doing them over and over and over again? It's about shattering the illusion of this transformational leadership that I said just gets on my nerves, and actually breaking free from this big constraint around transformational leadership that I believe is actually holding us back, and embracing the uncomfortable truth that leadership truly goes much broader, or excuse me, yeah, broader and deeper than the way that we're learning how to be leaders from these more traditional forms of leadership training. And it's about learning actual theories and techniques and science that actually has been proven to create this sustainable, superior performance, no matter what type of environment you're in, whether it be times of rest and peace or times of chaos and stress. So it's about uncovering these deeper aspects of leadership and self leadership that actually drive change and transformation. It's hurting us more than it's helping us to continue to uh, be on this transformational leadership train. And it's time to peel back the layers of what that truly means and see through the facade and confront the inconvenient truth that transformational leadership is just not enough. It's not enough for you to be able to successfully navigate the complex changes that you have to navigate on a day to day. And so, if you want a real solution, I want you to stick with me to the end of this episode. The alternative is to shift into what I teach you on all these episodes, what I share with you when I'm in the community, the Leading in Healthcare community, sharing with you bonus tactical lessons. And it's about shifting your focus to becoming a more high performing individual, a high performing leadership framework that is steeped in not only high performance, but in personal mastery. And so it goes deeper, right? It's not just about how do you do the work and how do you lead your team and how do you do this and how do you do that and this is how you should do it. No, if you don't understand that I can give you a blueprint on how to be a better leader, but it's still in theory when you try to, or still when you put it into practice, it's not going to create certain results. It's not because transformational leadership in and of itself is flawed, but it's not the first answer. It's not the root cause of how you get to the heart of the matter to actually have the tools and the knowledge that you need to actually create change in your personal and your professional life. And what truly is going to do that in your leadership, in your personal life, is learning to connect with yourself on a deeper level and cultivate the habits and the mindset of someone that is a master of the self and that performs at a high level. And the traits of someone that is constantly striving for excellence, not constantly trying to do all the things excellently, if that's a word, I'm making it up. Anyway, so there is a difference. And when you learn that difference, you're going to learn how you can actually transform not only your own life, but the life of those that you lead. And the benefits of this shift are immense. I have now coached and mentored hundreds of individuals on the framework of high performance and personal mastery, and have the privilege of having them in my world because this stuff is so transformational and impactful to not only their personal lives but their professional lives, that we stick around, we talk to each other, we're in community with each other. And the results that you receive from this particular type of approaching your life from all angles of your life is 88% more effective than this traditional transformational leadership and all the other theories that you probably have been paying attention to, that your organization is wasting money on, that has actually been shown to be 70% ineffective. So just think about that drastic gap between the people that I'm leading and teaching this framework versus you, your organization, us as a whole, that have been spending a lot of time, money, and energy into something that doesn't work. The benefits of this particular style of leadership are immense because it's not just about being a better leader at work, but it's also about becoming a better version of yourself. And when you prioritize what I'm teaching you when it comes to high performance and personal mastery and how all of that melds together, what happens is you truly unlock your full potential and you're able to experience this unprecedented growth in whatever area of your life you desire, because you're becoming more self-aware, you're becoming more resilient, you're becoming more effective in everything that you do. You become a leader of yourself, thereby becoming a leader in your personal life, and thereby becoming a leader also in your professional life. So I want you to do this. I want you to imagine a life that is aligned with your values, allowing you to thrive in, like I said, that professional and personal arena, because we're not robots that only go to work and we shut it off when we get home. So that you start to thrive and create this balance that's aligned with your values, and it allows you to thrive on a personal and professional level, where you start to feel like you are actually waking up every day not drained, not depleted, not feeling like you're on a hamster wheel, not wondering about what's going to be coming at you when you get to work the next day or that day. It's about you actually having a sense of purpose and fulfillment because you know that you are making a meaningful impact at work as a leader. You're making an impact in your personal life, in the relationships that matter to you, and you are making an impact because you are maintaining that connection to who you are authentically through and through. So you not only have that benefit, but imagine if you're able to navigate challenges more easily. You're able to have this grace and this bounce back that you didn't have before because you are able to integrate the principles that I teach you here in this community. And that means that you are consistently achieving these high levels of performance, striving for excellence. And this is the reality that truly can be yours if you learn to stop all this madness that we are doing in our current way of leadership and learn to just invest in yourself a little bit and adopt something that is actually going to help you, like for real, help you and create lasting change. So, personal mastery, high performance, all into one is the framework that I'm teaching you here. And I hope that when you're diving into these episodes, that you're learning things and learning ways to approach your leadership that you've probably never been confronted with before. And then I hope you come over to the leading in healthcare community and you learn a little bit more about how you can integrate things practically, right? Because we still got to lead teams and do evaluations and communicate with difficult people and lead difficult personalities and all of that. So we have that piece of the leading and healthcare community as well. So then you come over there. But for those of you that may have been struggling or that are struggling with transformational leadership and trying to do better and hold it all together and be 100% at work and be 100% at home, and you're constantly feeling like, again, you're on this hamster wheel and it never ends, and you're feeling like you're failing and you're tired of it, and you want to learn something that's actually going to create this transformation inside of you so that you can create transformation in your external world that goes beyond these theories and these abstract ideas that people are saying is the answer to your prayers and you know it's not, then it's time for you to maybe commit to something deeper, a deeper shift, something that's really going to give you the best bang for your buck. And it's that shift toward high performance and personal mastery that I teach you here in this community. And if you find that you're ready to take that step, then I want to invite you to take the next step. This is your permission to stop the insanity. Remember that, for those of us that are around the age, stop the insanity. Stop the freaking insanity. I'm gonna leave you with this. If you need help, contact me. I have spots available for one-on-one coaching. And through one-on-one coaching, we can embark on a journey together. And through that journey, I can help you tailor an approach and help you remove blocks and help you get past any obstacles or challenges that you're facing so that you can elevate the impact that you have in your life, and give you some practical strategies and help you to develop a plan so that you're emotionally strong, your well-being is intact, but you're actually aligning your actions with your values so things feel like they're finally moving forward instead of just spinning and spinning and spinning, which is essentially me saying that I can help you unlock your potential in your personal life and in your professional life. And by working with me on a deeper level, I want you to imagine all of the things that you're probably feeling right now, and then imagine that you can finally start to feel this clarity around who it is that you are, what it is that you value, what it is that's your purpose, not only in as a leader, but purpose that you have in your life, and start to develop the skills and the mindset to overcome some of the challenges, some of your biggest challenges that you're facing on the day to day that are stopping you from showing up with the energy and the confidence and the clarity that you need to be successful. You will also learn through our time together how to cultivate a work life balance. And don't listen to anyone that tells you that it's not true, because the people that learn this approach that I share with you here, but that I can share with you on a more deeper and transformational level through coaching, have work life balance. They're fulfilled, they're happy, they don't have ongoing chronic stress. They are living the life that they want to live. They're in the position in their leadership that they want to be in. And all of this has to do with the internal inner work that truly makes a difference. But none of us are talking about that. We're still talking about what we can do different, better, harder, faster, more, or even efficiently, what we can do in order to be better, instead of who it is that we can become that will make all of these things much easier for us in the long run. So you'll be able to become the type of leader that embodies leadership and influence and create these meaning transformations in your team and your organization, because you've been able to create this change in yourself, or this transformation in yourself. And so it's really up to you, right? You can continue to be stuck. You can continue to do the same thing over and over again. And like I said, like running into that that realm where you're actually starting to be a little bit insane, especially the stupid transformational leadership that's not producing the desired results that we want to produce in healthcare. And so, if you would like to take action and you want to learn the system that I teach that's going to really elevate the quality of experiences that you have personally and professionally, then together we can work and create this new reality for you and for your leadership and for your journey where you're empowered, you're impactful, and most of all, you feel more fulfilled. So, transformational leadership, stop chasing after it. In actuality, I bet if there was more research done, the leaders that are actually transformational are probably transformational because when you look into their internal psychology and the way that they live their life and do that inner work, they probably are high performing individuals. And because they are high performing individuals, they were then able to transform. And so you can't mimic their actions without first mimicking their internal psychology and their internal mindset and all of the things that make them who they are. So you don't need to feel like a failure. There are answers for you to be able to break free from this. And if you are ready to make that leap, to make that journey, or if you want this to be taught to leaders in your organization or to a particular team within your organization, whatever it is, reach out to me. Again, my mission is to share this information because at the end of the day, I believe that the reason why healthcare is suffering in part is because a lot of us don't understand that in order to be healers and do all the things that we're required to do in our career, it requires us to prepare ourselves to take part in the journey, in the battle of what it is to be a leader in healthcare. All right. So I will leave information wherever you are watching this. There's information on the screen just now for you to book into my calendar. And otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next episode.